All right, now I am going to cover how to create week one assignment one and week one assignment two for your class. And this was assignment one, and we'll cover assignment two after this. So, the gist of it is that you understand the difference, um, or understand that there are styles that you can select in the theme to kind of keep the document organized and create a very nice outline if necessary. So, themes under design, there are themes, and then you have document formatting there. Those are also considered styles. But then on the home ribbon, the menu options up here, menu tabs, when you click on home, this is the ribbon, and then there's a styles here. So what I'm going to do is open a new blank document. If you were doing this, you would come here and yeah, that's what you would do. Let's see. I have one already open, but if I wanted to open it, I could. Now we're going to recreate this. So if I'm typing this out, I'm just going to type all this text out just so that you see how to do it. And the title is Criminal Justice Cohort, and then you have 1 year and out pathway. And formatting right now, we're not going to worry about. We're just going to type out the text. So metrics. Now, if you are on a Mac, yours will look like the one that the example that I have up. If you're on a Windows device, which I'm on right now, yours will look like mine. Mac and Windows are not identical if you're using the on-premises application, on-prem desktop app on each device. If you have the application installed, it is not going to be the same, and the web-based version is also not going to be the same on either device. Actually, the web-based version is the same on both devices, but they are streamlined. So you're not going to have all the features that are required for the assignments. And we've covered that in class. So I just want to cover this for you all to get started. So now we have the text there, and this criminal justice cohort is the title, 1 year in and out is the subtitle. Success metrics is a heading, and graduation prep is also a heading. Now we're going to go to styles. Now, notice that when I open this up, you see styles this way, but if you have two screens up like I do, it's going to truncate those sections or categories, or group them, and we are going to select titles. So if you click on titles here, you don't have to highlight the entire word. You can just click somewhere next to it and just have the cursor there, and it will automatically select title. And then we're going to do the same thing for subtitle for 1 year. And then success metrics, we're going to make that one heading one. And graduation prep, we're going to make that heading two. I'm sorry, no, that one's also heading one. So this is the formatting that we have set up for this. And in order to get it to look like this on a Mac, you're going to go to design. And on Windows, you're going to go to design. And so you go to the design, and under themes, you're going to select Ion. And because we have already selected the headings, the proper styling for the title, subtitle, heading one, and this is automatically normal, it just reformatted all the information based on what style is set up under that theme. Now we can also add some additional styles. So it says document formatting here, but if the window were a little smaller, it would come up as styles and style set. And so you can select that. So if you're on a Mac, what you are selecting is uh, formal. So when you hover over these things, it'll say formal. There is no formal here. So on Windows, we are going to select centered. So for Windows, yours is not going to look identical. It's going to look like this. Now, criminal justice cohort should. Um, it could be all one if you may be required to change the font for the title. And so you can modify the title, modify the font here. Now that's specific to modifying the style for title. So if it says modify the font and title and you highlight it and come over here, it is going to get marked incorrect. Now the next step we took was we hit enter here and we went to OneDrive and created a folder. So for you, you could go Microsoft365.com and sign in. And I'm going to pause it and get signed in just a second here. Okay, so if you go to Microsoft.com, which Microsoft365.com, it will take you to a window or a screen that looks like this. If you're using your student credentials, which you should be using, you can go to apps, and then under apps, you can select OneDrive, and we'll select OneDrive, and you can you could create a new folder. So click create here in folder. And what I had you all do was type create a folder, CIS 120 summer 2026. And you can name it whatever and give it the color that you want. You don't have to do this, as I highly encourage it, so you can find what you need, but you're not required to do this step. What you are required to do, so you should click create, and then we'll create the folder. What I absolutely need for you to do is just take a screenshot of this page. So to take a screenshot on a Mac, we're going to do Command Shift 3 to take the entire screen and Command Shift 4 to drag. On a Windows, you can use the snipping tool. So you can come down here and type in snipping and it'll come up snipping tool. You could click there, or you can do Windows Shift S. S is in Sam, and this is going to look the same on the Mac. When you do Command Shift 4, you're going to get that plus sign and you can drag and take a screenshot. So I just need to see that you know how to create a screenshot and you're not taking a picture with your phone. And you're going to take that and paste it here. So if you're on a Windows, you could just right click and click paste or do Control V. If you're on a Mac, you are going to have to find where it's saved, which likely you could just go to Finder and pull up Finder and it'll show you where your document is. I'm sorry, where that screenshot was saved, and you just copy it and paste it here. Mhm. You save, and you should save to your OneDrive. You can click down. So you're going to click save to your OneDrive. You save it as week 1. I would suggest saving it as week 1, assignment 1, but it's up to you how you do it, or activity 1, assignment 1. Up to you how you do it. If you want to find it later, sometimes it's easier to do it that way. Yeah, so you save and yeah, save. It's saved, and then you would turn it in Brightspace. And so now I'm going to go to create week 2, week 1, assignment 2. So activity 2, we created, and it's a research paper, something like a research paper. It looks like this, and I'm going to go through it pretty quickly. Okay, now I'm going to open up blank document, and I'll do these side by side so we see both. And in interest of time, well, actually, I'll type most of it out. So this is a header that we're adding, and so we click in this space here at the top. You can click header. If you aren't able to click, you can go to insert and then header. And we selected the integral and we named it, we gave it the CIS 120 research paper. And here, we came down here. And for generative, for the title, we gave it generative AI. And we typed options for AI. The typing is just kind of standard, so um, we'll just go through it so you see how much time it should take. Gemini, Grok, Otter, Chat, GPT, Claude. Okay. Then you have prompt engineering, and define persona, stating a specific goal, providing background information, out excuse me, outlining formatting requirements, use case for law enforcement, write a paper, write a so you are going to write a paragraph. I don't want you to type this with 3 to 4 sentences about, or you can use AI. It's up to you on how you can use AI in law enforcement. So a paragraph with 3 to 4 sentences. You are going to write that. Don't write this. So once you have that, you are going to take a screenshot, add an image of your favorite AI application. I, excuse me, use this so you can go to um, the internet and save an image and copy it over or copy an image, or you can do a screenshot of an image in Chrome. Um, and so I'm just going to copy this one just to save some time. Mm, mm, mm. Okay, and so we also centered this. So you can click on paragraph in the home ribbon, paragraph and center. And we edited. So if you notice that when you click on the image, you see these dots, you're going to go to picture format, and it should be 2.5 inches high and 4 inches wide. If it won't allow you to do it, if you click this little arrow here in the corner, you would uncheck lock aspect ratio, and then it should allow you to specify the height and the width. We click OK. And for the footer, we're going to do the same thing we did for the header. So we can go to insert and footer and select integral, and it's going to auto-populate your first and last name based on how you signed up. But if it doesn't get that right, make sure you type that in there, make that correction. If you double click in the section, you prefer to double click in the section, it's all good. Just make sure when the header and footer ribbon is up, you select the footer and click on integral. integral. Now, I think on a Mac, it doesn't have a page number, which is fine as long as you have the right footer selected. Now, for formatting, we just went to title here. Then this one is heading 1, and then these are heading 2. And for these bullets are the arrows. So click the bullets and go here. Mhm. Bullets here. Okay, so that, okay. Now, definitions. Okay. So you should have a few sentences here. So, after the image, we're just going to the next page. You don't necessarily have to go to the next page, but if it's still centered, you're just gonna click to align left. But we are going to type definition, and we went to a website and copied the definition. And so that website I will include in the I will include it in the notes in the comments, but I'll also put it on the screen. So let's see, open citation, edit citation. I want to just open it. Mm-mm. Edit source. Okay. So we went to MIT news.mit.edu and found this article. Okay, so I'm just gonna put this on the screen so you see it. You cancel here. Mm-mm. Make it pretty large so you can find it. So you go to a browser and go to news.mit.edu / 2023 explained had dash generative dash AI dash 111 but dash 1109. So that is the website we're using. And the definition, when you get there, is going to have this definition there. We copied and pasted it, and we um, paste. Make sure when you paste, you do text only. Keep text only. And let's see, so I'll show you how it should look. Okay, so we go to that website. You can actually news.mit. So you can search for the article, search for definition of generative AI, or just use that link that I provided. And then you scroll down and we copy this paragraph. So if you copy here and you were to paste, there is always an option for paste options. So you would say keep text only. If you say keep source, it's going to change the style, the font style, the font and the font size. So you want to make sure you say uh, text only. So you should have this and make sure you have that link. So if you are still on a web page, go up to that link and copy it. So you can right click and click copy, or you could do Control C. So you're going to go there, and from there, get back to it. We're going to create a citation. So you go to references and insert citation, add source. So on the Mac, it's just going to say insert citation, and a window is going to pop up. You should have the style as APA. If it's not, then you want to click the drop down and change it. So it should come up like this, and you're going to put in the information from the article. So you would say the author's name is Adam Zway or Zway. Name of web page, um, explained, generative AI. And the name of website, we would say uh, MIT News. I think that's what we put in the other one. Let's see what I had us put. I think we did MIT. Mm-mm. MIT News on campus and around the world. That's what we did. And the year 2023, November is the month, the day is 9, and the URL is what we copied. You just go right click and paste or control V to paste. And then you click OK, and you should have the citation down here. And from that citation, we are going to create a bibliography. So you'll go to bibliography in the references section and click bibliography. So it should add a bibliography based on what we entered. If you have APA, it should look like this. If yours was MLA, it's all good. You just need to change it to APA. So you can do that here. You click right before that B, and we're going to insert a page break. So it should take your bibliography to the next page, regardless of how much space you have here. It almost always leaves this box, and you can fix it, but that's not what this assignment is for. So we're going to leave that there and make sure you have your bibliography on page 3. And with the header and footer, it should follow all the pages. It should be on 1, 2, and 3. And that is it for this assignment. So in your activity, if you haven't done it already, you should see where you may have to edit your citation or your source. It's probably looking for you to come in here and make a change to something that was already in the document. And this is where you would do it. But after you make those changes, you always have to come back and update the citation. It's not going to update automatically. So you have to update the bibliography to make sure that that gets changed. And I believe that is it for this assignment. Oh, no, one last thing. For the image, we added alt text. So click on the image, right click, and select alt text. Yours may say view alt text, but if you're in the picture format, on the ribbon for picture format, there is an alt text option. This is for accessibility. If you have someone has a screen reader, they're visually impaired, and they need in the image, they need a visual representation of what the image is. Well, I guess they need a verbal representation of the visual image. That if even if it's decorative, you would type out a description. What does it say? What is it depicting? What colors are there? Nothing. We want it to be kind of elaborate, not just basic a square box with a face of a silhouette of a person that says POID. AI. We could say, so you can also allow it to generate the alt text for you based on what's there. If it's not good, then don't use it. If you do have it generate the text for you, there will be a box that says accept it, and you want to check that. This is it's not decorative, so we're gonna leave that unchecked. But you may see a box if you accept what they generate. There will be a box for you to check to accept, and you just close out, and it will always be there. So, if that image doesn't come up and or if somebody has a screen reader, they will hear this, and they will probably be very grateful. So, okay, that is all for these 2 assignments. So, at least you're gonna save this one as week 2 assignment 1 or activity 1, whichever one. Activity. I'm sorry, this is week 1, activity 2. week 1, activity 2, and you click save, and it will save that document. Okay. Okay. So if you have questions, I'll see you all next week to address any questions, comments, concerns. Shoot me an email if you need anything. You know how to reach me.